Really excited about the win tonight and really the performance, particularly in the first half. Drake is a really, really good basketball team, and Darren is one of the better coaches out there. They're offensive. They are hard to prepare for. I was really concerned about what they brought to the table in terms of their spacing, ball movement, and ability to make threes. They made 17 threes and 10 threes in an exhibition game and a regular season game this season, won the Missouri Valley last year, and I think they'll compete for a title again this year. So we scheduled them for a reason. I thought our guys came out with really good energy defensively yet again. Shots going in always helps the energy on the other side of the court. I think a big part of that was our ball movement and the fact that we didn't take the ball out of the net to start our offense. We got defensive rebounds to start our offense. And when you do that, you have an opportunity to get spacing, get pace. I thought our offense finally looked like it had a little bit more pace tonight. And we were able to get guys multitude of minutes and kind of see where some different lineups look like as the game went on.
Is this what excited looks like for you?
Huh?
You said it was exciting, but you don't seem too excited.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got some stuff to clean up. The bottom line is the second half, I didn't think we defended at a high level and didn't rebound at a high level. I told our guys we get excited about wins. I mean, wins are special, and they're hard to come by in any sport, in any level. But the opportunity to get better is there too, and I felt like we didn't come out with great energy in the second half, and I really got on them at halftime to do that, and we didn't really finish the half strong. But again, the amount of minutes we were able to get guys, the way guys share the ball, and the way they overall played defense minus the second half, some spots, I thought we took a step forward.
How important is Jaevin's shot making? 5 of 10 tonight, seemed to have a green light, took some contested ones, but I guess
Yeah.
he's feeling it.
Yeah. I mean, if you got the green light in the system, if you can make shots, you'll have the green light. And I just thought you had it going. We put in some wrinkles this week to try to get him a little bit more freedom, a little bit more open looks, and that's the way he typically shoots. When he shoots, you feel like it's going in. When shots go in, it makes everything else better, right? But we had 12 first half assists. We end up 20 in the game. That's got to continue. 13 turnovers is way too many turnovers for the pace of this game. But I was really happy with the spacing and the ball. I thought our ball movement and our quick hitter execution was better than it had been. It was where it needs to be, by no means, but we took a step forward in that area.
With Jaron, what did you say to him at the end of the first half as you guys were walking off the floor? Maybe you were kind of turning him to say something to him after Drake scored.
Yeah, I don't recall what I said. I just know we didn't finish the half strong.
John, for you to get your first win here, what did that mean to you, just to be able to walk off the court victorious?
Yeah, I mean, wins are always really important. Getting the first one, we talked about in the locker room. I was really appreciative of, the players, and they're the ones that perform, and they're the ones that make it happen. Head coaches get too much credit and probably too much blame at the same time, and those guys are the one making plays. So to do it with this group, it was great, and hopefully we'll have many more after tonight.
Is it kind of nice to just get the first game of the season, and now your first win out of the way, and now it's kind of all the special moments are just kind of gone?
Yeah. For those who know me, I probably don't live in those moments very long anyway. So we'll get better this week, and got a game, I think, Thursday night, so we got to get better for that.
In terms of your standards, how do you feel they've responded after a tough loss at Ohio State and then a couple days to try to get better?
Yeah. So we talked about, if we got better over the last 3 or 4 days, then Ohio State was fine. And again, I didn't think we played poorly at Ohio State. I thought we did some really good things. I thought there was carryover defensively from the first half of that game. To answer your question specifically, I was happy with how we came out tonight and the energy we played with. We have got to learn to sustain energy. It happens in our practice. An hour and 20 minutes in our practice, we have a lull, okay? We have laws. We got to stop the laws. High-level teams don't have laws. They continue to press on. Championship caliber teams press on regardless of the score, regardless of the circumstance. We've got some growth in that area.
This summer, you were vocal about what Chris Vogt could do for you and help you out more than maybe some people believed. What do we see from him that it seemed like, besides the comfort level, what does he bring?
Yeah, I mean, Chris is a really good basketball player, and everybody in that locker room knows it. And as his coach, I know it. And he's going to continue to blossom and continue to get better and continue to become the player that we need him to be. And we got 2 years with him, and I think he's just going to continue to I want him to be one of the better bigs in the league. When it's all said and done, and for him to do that, he's got the respect, he's got the green light, if you will, from me to make plays at his position, and he's just got to continue to get used to this level a little bit and continue to get used to getting minutes. He didn't get a whole lot of minutes prior because he was playing behind somebody. Now he's getting more minutes. He's just got to get accustomed to it. he can't get a cramp playing 19 minutes and it's cold outside. I don't understand how that works. So that can't happen. I don't know how you get a cramp in 19 minutes. So we got to work on that piece.
We have Chris and Jaevin in here. Both of these guys had some familiarity with you, one against you and one with. But does that help early on?
I think it certainly does. You know, I've talked to Chris about this before. I mean, Trey Scott's the best at it. He's constantly asking Chris what's coming next. Chris needs to be more vocal in that area because he can help guys understand, not necessarily what's coming next, but what just happened maybe, or how we can correct this so that we don't have to use bandwidth or focus or energy to correct that. Maybe we can be ahead of the game. And I'd like him to be a little bit better at that. And I've talked to him about it. It's just not really his personality, but it needs to be.
You coached in the exhibition game, of course, here at Third Green, but what's it like coaching a regular season game for the first time inside this place?
Oh, special. I mean, this is a special place, and the energy of the crowd and the amount of people that were here tonight and the ruckus with the student section was not lost on me. That's for sure.
Was it nice to coach the Bearcats and not against them like you did last year?
Yeah, because I hadn't beaten them, so it's always good to win, and I like being on the winning side of things. So it was exciting to be out there tonight.
Besides energy, what's most important defensively
Yeah.
to be successful against a team that can have spacing like
So if you were to break down, it's a good question. If you were to break down each and every possession of a game, okay, it's my philosophy that a breakdown takes place because of one of three things don't occur, or maybe two of three things don't occur. One is positioning. You're out of position defensively. One is communication. You didn't communicate your opportunities, or you didn't communicate your location. You didn't communicate whatever. And the other one is what we call EMP, which is emotional, mental, and physical investment. That's the playing hard piece. So I can break down every possession, and if we don't do something right defensively, I can probably pin it on one of those three things, if not more. The last piece of that is you got to guard the ball. That's just something that elite teams do. But if our positioning's right every time, if our communication's good and our playing hard's good, we typically have good possessions.
I know you got to watch the tape first, but were there any issues with any of those things in the second half that might have
Yes,
torn up your
yes, yes. Yes for positioning, yes for communication, yes for EMP would be my guess.
It was just a great atmosphere. I mean, all the fans showed up, student section, just the energy in the whole arena was crazy the whole night. So it was great just to be a part on this side of it for once instead of on the opposing side.
Jaevin, how do you feel like you and Jaron can just be, when you're hitting like that, you guys are unstoppable behind the arc?
I mean, it just comes from practice. I mean, we go at each other sometimes. It's who can shoot the best. So just practice and repetition.
Chris, did Coach Brannen seem any different? I mean, you've been around him more than anybody. Was it just a coach as usual?
I'd say it kind of surprised me just like how consistent he's been just from like last year to this year. I thought like maybe he might change some stuff up or like going from a mid-major to a high major might try some new stuff, but it's really been like he's been the exact same person, consistent person every day in practice or before games or game plan. It's just been kind of surprising to me actually.
Seems like he either has his arms crossed or his hands on his hips. Does one mean he's like pleased and one he's not pleased? Is there any code in that?
The main thing I can read is just at practice, if he starts getting quiet or like you see him sit down, that's usually a sign you should kind of pick up the energy a little bit. But as far as crossing arms and hands on hips, I don't even know what that means yet.
In games, is he? What's your read on him through games? You've been through this before. It seems like he's kind of quiet for as far
I mean,
as coaches go.
yeah, I mean he's told us a lot. Like he wants to be able to coach us and like talk to us like men and just be able to like tell us what to do. But at the same time, like there are times where our energy is bad. Like we started the first half, we had bad energy, and he jumped us then. But for the most of the part, like he just wants to be able to coach us and tell us what to do instead of just scream and yell at us.
Hey, Jay, you took 10 threes. How much of a green light do you feel, even as a first-year guy in the program, how much of a green light do you feel to take shots, even sometimes contested shots, fall-away shots, if you feel comfortable taking it?
I mean, Coach Brannen has real trust in me and my abilities, but I mean, it's just getting in the gym. I mean, knowing my game and what I can do and bring to this team. So just getting in the gym, practicing on my craft, and just trying to do whatever to get a win.
How long has it taken you to kind of work your way into this system and be comfortable with it and know what he is looking for in terms of good shot, bad shot, when to move the ball, when to be aggressive?
I mean, I've played against him for a couple years now, so I mean, I kind of know his system a little bit, and what he expects. But I mean, just this year, he's talked to me on really where I can get my shot off and just stuff like that.
Do you get a green light because you put 20 points on him quite a few times?
Yeah, probably a little bit. Yeah.
How important do you think your shot making, your three-point shooting is to this team, Jaevin?
I mean, I could spread the floor for us. I mean, just knowing guys can't really help off on my side, so it allows people to drive, or if they do help, kick out, and I'll knock down that shot.
Chris, do you see people coming to you? Do your teammates kind of come to you sometimes, just ask if they have questions because of your experience?
Yeah, there's been just a lot of questions as far as like practice goes, or like just understanding certain like just schemes or whatever offensively he runs, or just trying to understand just get a full understanding of the system. So I've tried to play as big a role as I can, just trying to explain the stuff that everything that I know from playing with them the last 2 years and this year, to try to just spread that knowledge to other teammates.
We haven't really had a chance to talk to you since you got cleared. What was that process of waiting to find out about the waiver and then finding out that you were going to be eligible this year? What was that like for you?
I'd say stressful would be the best word to put it, but really I started to doubt it for a while because, I mean, I got here in the May and then I didn't find out till recently before the season. So just kind of like I prepared like I was going to be able to play this year, but it was a great surprise to find out that I did get it and be able to play this year.
Mentally, how tough was that, not knowing and trying to prepare, but you might not get to play?
Mentally, that was probably the hardest thing, to just constantly telling myself, like going to practice, like, hey, like, you don't know if you're going to be able to play this year or not, but still attack it like you will be able to play. Like, don't just like take it easy because you might not be able to play this year.
Chris, did you guys do anything special for Coach in the locker room? His first win at UC, I don't know if you guys like threw water on it or anything like that. Did you guys do anything fun?
I mean, we all clapped it up. I mean, that's about it.
That's it?
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Jaevin, after that first game, you guys I think went 4 for 21 behind the arc.
Mhm.
You and Jaron combined hit 8 tonight. How much of a confidence boost is a night like this when you guys seem like you couldn't miss?
I mean, it's always a good feeling when you hit shots. I mean, but sometimes from not hitting shots, you just got to get in the gym and just work out and just work on that shot and just try to get better and make shots, knock down shots.